everyone, welcome to another tablet review. XP Pen actually reached out to me again to see if I wanted to review this tablet for them, and today I have the XP Pen Deco 02 tablet to show you guys. So this tablet runs for $80 on Amazon, and it is roughly 14 inches by 8 inches, with an active area of 10 inches by 5.63 inches. It has a 10mm reading height, 8,192 levels of pressure with 5,080 lines per inch, 6 express keys, and 1 dial wheel, and it is compatible with Windows 7, 8, and 10, and macOS 10.8 and newer. So let's get into the unboxing. So of course, you get the tablet, a pen holder with 8 replacement nibs, and a built-in nib remover. All of these things are housed inside of the same thing, which I think is neat. And inside of the pen holder is the new PN06 battery-free pen with 1 customizable button and an eraser tip. A stopper plug thing that goes inside of the dial wheel. A Type A to Type C USB cord. A thank you / promo card, warranty documents. You also get a drawing glove, which of course never fit my tiny hands, along with a card with some cute art on it. And finally, we have an extensive quick start guide. So right off the bat, this tablet and pen holder and everything feel really hefty and expensive. Nothing feels loose or unstable. It feels like a really professional product, and it kind of amazes me that this tablet is under $100. Anyways, on to installing the driver. Make sure you have any other tablet drivers uninstalled from your computer beforehand, and then we're going to go to xppen.com/download. From this page, you can choose your operating system, then scroll down to find the tablet listed below and hit download. Once downloaded, extract all the files and install. And it's always a good practice to go ahead and restart your computer after installation is finished. With the tablet plugged in, it will auto-start the driver, and this will show up in your taskbar. To access settings, just double-click on the pen tablet icon. The driver allows you to fully customize just about everything on this tablet, and has a really nice little export and import option for saving your settings. There's an option for left-handed users, and you can set the pen button to whatever you want, as well as the button to switch between the mapping modes on the wheel. The Express Keys page allows for you to set the keys and the wheel based on what program you're using if you want, which is super helpful. Oh, and bonus points to XP Pen for allowing me to hide the little text that pops up at the bottom of the screen whenever you use the Express Keys. So with all that set up and done, I went ahead and tested the Deco 02 in all of the drawing programs that I currently have. So, Photoshop CC 2018, Psy version 2, Clip Studio Paint, Medibang Paint Pro, and Fire Alpaca. And I had no issues right off the bat. Everything had pressure and everything allowed me to use the express keys and the wheel. So I mentioned the pen is XP Pen's newest design, the PN06. It's designed to feel like a wooden pencil in your hands, and I definitely get that vibe from it. It's very light and center weighted, with a hexagonal barrel and a button flush to the body. The feature I'm the most excited about on this is the eraser on the back end. I haven't seen one of these since Wacom tablets, and I've always missed having the ability to just flip the pen over and erase like you would traditionally. And while the eraser end has pressure, they don't list exactly how much in the specs, but it feels like a lot less than the nib, and you kind of have to press down a little bit to get it to recognize a contact. The pen nib though feels amazing. It's extremely stable in the pen. You don't feel like you're squishing it into the barrel whenever you press down, so it really gives that drawing with graphite on paper kind of experience. The last thing about the pen is the customizable button. Just one. I'll talk about that more later. Onto the wheel. I've used a few tablets that have touch wheels on them, and I've always loved them. While this one isn't touch activated, it's super smooth, and has the added feature of a raised cap that makes adjusting it that much easier. With 5 separate mapping options, you can set this to do a multitude of things, from zooming, rotating your canvas, brush size, etc. And the express keys and tablet size are pretty self-explanatory. The buttons have a nice clicky feel, they're easy to press, and the active area on this thing is big but not massive. I tend to stay away from tablets that are this large though, just because it tires my wrist out, but that's just a personal preference. Honestly, I could just reduce the size of the active area in the settings to alleviate that. So on to the pros and cons. I'm going to start with pros. I've already mentioned this, but I love the eraser end on the pen, and also the almost stationary nib is awesome. Another pro is that the pen has no dead spots in the pressure, no stuttering, jittering, anything. I feel like I can really make full use of all the levels of pressure in this pen. The cool thing about the pen holder is that it also doubles as a stand for the pen. I really like the design of this thing, I think it's really cool. And I love the Type-C USB. It allows you to choose where the cord goes and makes flipping the tablet around easier. So on to the cons. As usual, I want you guys to know that most of these are just personal preference. Others may not be bothered by the stuff that I'm bothered by. So first, the pen is very light and short. I'm used to using the Apple Pencil now that I've been doing digital art full-time on my iPad, so this is a jarring difference to me. But it is also lighter and shorter than most tablet pens out there. And the pen only has one button. I'm not sure why they decided losing a button was a good idea when designing this, because so many tablet pens out there have 2 buttons, and to lose one is kind of like cutting off an arm to me. You all know that I love to use these buttons for undo and redo, and this made me have to rethink how I set up all the express keys. And one more thing about the pen. While the new design is great in many ways, the biggest flaw, even more so than lacking a second button, is the fact that the button is recessed and flush to the barrel. You can't find it. It makes it pointless to even use it if you have to take the time to fiddle around and look at the pen and find the tiny button that isn't even easy to press. At this rate, I don't even use it. And my last con is that I found that the eraser end didn't act as a separate tool in either of the side programs. I'm not sure why, but it wouldn't allow it to be anything other than the tool that you already had selected. So it just acted like either end was the pen nib. Anyways, overall, I really enjoyed this tablet. It's comfortable, feels expensive, and professional. I super recommend it to anyone who's thinking about getting something like this, and it might even be useful to 3D modelers since the tactile wheel has so many options available. And that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you so much to XP Pen for sending me this tablet to review. I'll see you all later.